Hello to those who chose in Part 1. So you asked, when is your next relationship gonna be? And I'm gonna fucking give it to you, okay? This is gonna have multiple parts. I was gonna do it in a Celtic cross, but I do not have a setup where you can literally see the whole thing. So I'm gonna put it in portions. You did not get any channeled messages. I did get like a channeled message for literally every single pile except for yours. Does not mean that you're not special, okay? So what you're seeing right now, this spread is who is the next person you're going to be in a relationship with? What do they look like? And what is their personality? Down here you have the Ace of Cups. I'm kind of happy it's not showing though because I gotta cover her little boobs. So up here you got the Two of Swords. And I'm getting the words from that card: bold, bombastic, careful, methodical, smart, very, very smart. But this is how they see you. They're seeing you as the Two of Swords and they're seeing you as a kindred. Not surprised if you two are friends because now this whole spread is talking about them. So now over here with the Four of Swords, I mean, obviously the sword suits match. They're not talking with you, there's no discussion with you. I'm not surprised if this is like a scenario where you have no idea who this person is, but like they see you from afar and they know who you are. So I guess that answers the question of who they are. I'm not surprised if you don't know them. Or if you don't really think much of them, your brothers or sisters, best friend, a friend of a friend, of a family friend that you don't pay much attention to, you don't bother giving much to the connection. This person is really beautiful and stunning, honestly, like in their physical looks. I'm getting honestly that they're like a divine feminine or they like to come across like that. Just a very charismatic person. If this person does prefer to resonate with masculine like tendencies or characteristics, they say like a ladies' man or they like to be a man for women. You do you get me? They like to say speak up for women, stand up for them. I'm not surprised if they like to surround themselves with other women. They definitely love the attention of the opposite sex. I can definitely tell you that. This person has a really big ego on them, but I can definitely see why this person has the looks to back it up. They're so freaking beautiful. But it's so funny because with the Two of Swords there, even though they see you guys as like a kindred, as in maybe they think that you have the same personality too, you have the same tendencies, same masculine tendencies or something like that, or you also like to surround yourselves with females. There's just a lot of things with y'all's actions and with y'all's environment, social presentation that you both present that are very similar, but you just don't give them the time of the day, which I think that's what makes you stand out from literally every single option in friends, romantic, any type of platonic, like business or whatever. You don't see their value. You don't fall for their mask. What's ironic is even though they're seeing you as a very dynamic person, like with your personality, in reality, whenever it comes down over here, like talking about the rest of the other sections, they see themselves as like boring and rigid. I'm not surprised this person has like body dysmorphia. They definitely hate it whenever others are taking pictures of them. If this person does post pictures on social media, they have to take 200 pictures and then they only choose two. I don't think this person realizes that there's something about them that seems very off or unsettling, but it's only to people who want to look deeper than the mask that they present towards society. And I think that you see through that. I think that's why you don't give them the time of the day because it feels like they're putting on an act or they're putting on like a little bowl. Two people who are more mature than them or just a lot more socially inept, or people who prefer deep connections, let's say. But I keep on getting the words hot and sexy. Like, this person is freaking fine. They're good looking. They know it. They get the attention that they deserve. So I'm gonna say. Even though I did describe them like that, ironically, over here, actually, with the Eight of Wands, they're actually very spiritual. They really know themselves. They're at one with their soul. I'm not surprised if they're highly spiritually evolved and it doesn't show. I don't think that they've caught up with it. What I mean by that is they before spiritual awakening, they were always used to presenting themselves a certain way to society and wearing a certain mask, and they have not changed, shifted that mask to alter to their level of maturity now or their level of spiritual awareness because they are content with their environment, they're content with low vibration. But sooner or later, this is going to have to change. That's the issue here with the Eight of Wands. But that's something this person doesn't see coming. But looking back at it, I'm sure that this person will realize it's because they were immature. That's why they didn't see it coming. Like they should have seen it coming. What you expect to reap all the rewards spiritually and still keep the same environment, still keep the same people around that you did when you first started off into spirituality, the same mindsets, they gotta change and evolve too. And with the Knight of Wands, I'm getting the song Novocaine by Frank Ocean. This person has a way with words. Oh my god, this is just a suave F boy is who this person is. Wow. Or F girl. They know when to turn their charm, how to dial it, which amount of charm should I use for which person, how should I tailor my flirting to this person. I want to get this, therefore, who am I going to strategically use to get what I want, but then they always end up getting the outcome that they deserve in their eyes while exerting little to no energy. But ironically, this person does not think that they're smart. You see, that's my point. You know how they have not matched their mask to who they actually are as a person? They have never bothered to self-reflect, like how would I describe myself as a person? What kind of emotional attributes do I have? They have not bothered to do an ounce of self-reflection, to be honest. Because if they were to, I think that I would have been able to tell you this over here. They think that they're smart, they think that they're intelligent, but no, like they're just thinking that they're boring and rigid compared to you, but like that's it. Like they don't look any other deeper. They don't look deeper into why are you triggering a specific insecurity in them. So I would say this person is superficial, but clearly they are not superficial because they are a highly not highly, sorry. They're an evolved spiritual being. They know a thing or two about spirituality. This person is in tune with their intuition, the spiritual beings around them. This person definitely has high levels of freaking discernment. And I think that's something that you or literally everyone else can learn from them. They've learned up on tips and tricks how to stay away from manipulative situations or manipulative people, fall for scams, just whatever. This person really looks out for themselves because all they're talking about is themselves. It's not really talking about this person isn't really a family person. They love to take advantage of opportunities that present themselves to create the best outcome for them. They don't really care too much about creating the best outcome for everybody. The only time they care about creating the best outcome for everybody is if it's going to affect their reputation. And I'm also channeling with the Nine of Wands that this person is aware that they are predestined for a grandeur life. What that means is like they're destined to receive a lot of money and wealth, but I don't think this person understands how they're going to get there. They don't really know like what their life mission is about. They're kind of in a sense lost, but yet they're following their intuition. They're just blindly following their intuition. But ironically, even though I said all this, and this person definitely is a player, they give off player vibes. That's definitely their mask. It's basically a front because with the Ace of Cups down here, this person is such an emotional, they feel things so deeply. They're very on edge emotionally. What that means in this situation with this person is this person can be easy to get annoyed, easy to get mad, easy to get happy, easy to anxiety, but they're not empathetic. It's just a matter of taming it, calming it down within themselves. It's like a beast that they have to tame, but they feel with the Ace of Cups, they do an amazing job. I don't know if they struggled with this in the past, but they've done an amazing job now, taming it, controlling it, but it's cups. It's contrary to their image. No one would even realize that they even have this emotional side or that they're extremely loyal. And with the Ace of Cups too, I feel like it's the ace because they're alone, they're solo. Emotionally, they love themselves. The only person that they love unconditionally is themselves. everyone else has the potential to backstab them, or everyone else is just not up to par with them. But I feel like this person has a lot of analyzing to do with the people around them. They don't have to have this Ace of Cups themselves, you know, and create a lot of emotional impact on others that's very positive. I feel like if anything, this person's so lost on their path, and here with the Ace of Cups, I feel like this Ace of Cups aligns with something that they have to do with their life mission and to be able to attain this great wealth, but they have no idea because it's sideways. It's down here. The person is lost and trying to get to know themselves. This would totally make sense if this is like a very young person, 20s, or just barely turning like an adult. At this rate, this person is going to find out who they are. It's just a matter of having patience with themselves and you having patience with them too, because with the Two of Swords, like they see you as a fully formed person, as in you know your life mission. I don't think that they know about your spirituality though. Your image is similar to them. The same thing with the Ace of Cups, how they hold it in. They could also think that you are also mature in your emotions, you know, because some people project. That's basically it for this section. This is the hanged man in the deck, and I was getting that it's talking about the Queen of Pentacles. And this section, oh yeah, I already told you, right? I think I told you. When you'll meet them, or do you already know them? Once again, this person definitely knows you with the Three of Wands. I know it's the Hanged Man card, but Spirit's saying that this person is actually bound to approach you. I think this person is gathering information on you. I think this is mainly energetic information. I'm also getting this person might like fruit roll ups, or you might like fruit roll ups, or something about those candies. But I don't think they see this coming yet. This might happen in the future. I just don't know when. With the Three of Wands, you can say, and 2 and 1 add up to 3 too. So that's really signifying maybe in the next 3 weeks. I'm not even getting 3 months. And when you'll meet this person with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, you're not going to see it coming. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And even if it's a matter of when, you're not supposed to know how in the hell y'all are ever going to meet. It's just gonna naturally happen. And this person definitely is divinely guided. Like it's really showing that this person is really well versed in spiritual practices. This person seems very eclectic, and they seem like they learn on their own, as in like they don't look up stuff just like on the internet. But I feel like the more information this person finds on you, I don't even know if like you're gonna realize that this person is connecting with you energetically first. With the Queen of Pentacles, I'm finding that the more they try to interact with you or talk with you energetically or spiritually, the more they see you as bossy and mean. You're disgusted by them. If anything, that you want to stay away from them, it's gonna kind of put them in a little, tizzy. And it's gonna make them want you more. It's gonna make them want them to pursue you more, ironically. But it's because the more and more you reject them, the more and more they try to reach out, the more and more and more signs of synchronicities they get in their dreams, in their physical reality, with them even hearing your name. Even if they go and see like a psychic, it's like you end up being brought up. There's just something important and impactful that you're going to have in this person's life, and they know it. So the more and more drawn they get drawn to take action in this physical reality, but first they're going to start with energetic and spiritual interactions. This person genuinely is an evolved spiritual being, though. Like they got it together. So now we're moving on to what is this person's current impression of you, or what will their first impression be of you when they first meet you? With the Tower card, if this person sees you around, they think that you're bored of life, that they assume because of that you would find them boring. I think maybe if they were to see you in a social setting, or in general, whenever they see you in social settings, you just look unbothered. Socials kind of to yourself. And if you do socialize, it's only to a few. And in the Tower card, I'm getting that The man can't get in the tower, but the woman is allowed access to it. So there's like a sense of in group, out group, and they're definitely the outsider, but like everyone else is. It's very, very few people who are allowed in the tower. And even then, it's like just glorious tower for what when you don't even enjoy it. So I think what that means is that the people that you're around, you're even bored of them, you're kind of just tolerating them. That's what they see it as. And if you're simply just alone, you just don't want to be there. You don't want anyone to socialize with you. You can't wait until you can leave into a different environment. But especially with the tower, I'm getting it's like a short term time of you to go out and then you can go do your own thing. And then here with the sun, I'm getting that they really loved your spoiled attitude. Maybe you're uptight. You come off as you have a lot of privilege or money. You were raised correctly, raised proper. With the sun, they see you as you're the epitome of what is societally accepted, conventional. And then there with the sun too, it's like you know how to push boundaries, but not to where people will get mad at you. Let's say if everyone was told to wear black theme for a day at work, you wear a black theme, but your makeup looks colorful and you add different accessories to make it like a huge contrast, but in a way that's your way of being creative and making like a statement in itself that you don't really want to listen to them, but it's still accepted. Then over here with the Seven of Wands, this person thinks that you wouldn't be interested in someone like them, that you don't want to be touched by them, even spoken to by them, but they see it as you think that they are the same, just like everyone else. They follow the typical trends. They follow the rules that need to be done, the chores that need to be done, I don't know, whatever needs to get done. They think that you see it as you have no space in their life. You wouldn't jive with them. But with the Seven of Wands, I think it's because they think that you see yourself as more mature or more life experience that can contribute to critical thinking. You know, that's what you have that they lack. But honestly, with the Seven of Wands, I don't think that they disagree with you. Their first impressions of you, they like your feet. I think specifically they like the shoes that you wear. I think this person might have a foot fetish for some of you. And with the Seven of Wands, they think that you don't like egoistic people, people who ego trip. And what's ironic is honestly, that's what this person is, what they embody. Even if you gave them signs, let's say like cues that you're flirting, cues that you're interested in them, they would be even more in denial. Like, oh, well, Pyle one is probably doing this because they actually just hate me. They act like think of every other excuse except like maybe you're actually interested in them. In case that's the scenario where if you have met them before and if you have given them cues that you do like them, they just think it's everything but that. So basically, this is their first impressions or their impression that they already have of you. And over here with the Four of Cups, their goal is to be your friend, for you to see them as a comrade to the point where they can randomly go up to you and talk to you, and you don't look stressed or you don't look like you're putting on a mask, to the point where you can be also emotionally vulnerable with them. That's the issue, though. As much as they want this emotional reciprocity with you, they have a limit. Like, they don't really know how to be emotionally vulnerable with themselves, let alone someone else. They're very limited in skills, especially whenever it comes to like actually having a commitment with someone. They need a lot of self work to do and just reevaluating their standards that they have for relationships that they should hold themselves to, not so much the standards that they have for other people. But with this Ace of Cups, I'm really getting a huge theme of avoidance. The more that they see you, interact with you, is really settling in with the Four of Cups, the theme that they are not only not worthy for you, but they, in a sense, are not even worthy to themselves. They aren't worthy for anyone. And it's a sense of self worth that they always feel whenever they see you because they have a lot more maturing and growing to do They feel like they not only can they not compare themselves to you, but you just remind them that with this Ace of Cups that they have so much emotional wounding and possibly even trauma that they do not want to look at. So the more they see you, the more they look at you, the more they realize the school that they really, really want with you, but then it gets them all tied up and stuck in their head because it's like, I don't even want to work myself. I don't want to work myself. I don't. So they try their best to avoid you, avoid eye contact. Maybe even in the beginning of y'all's interactions, they were flirting really bad. They were trying to make it obvious, come over here. But then as time went on, they started diverting their gaze from you. They're trying their best to avoid you. But it's all literally on them. Like it has nothing to do with you. You're amazing, Pal One, especially in their eyes. And then over here, just to end it off with the Two of Pentacles, they are going to be treating you as an option. They want to juggle you with other options, even if they get into a relationship. I'm just letting you know with the Pentacles too, it's superficial, it's not that deep. They'll still sometimes think about you, they'll think about what possibilities can come whenever y'all are together. And even if they're single too, they'll still want another option that's more closer to their vibration and their opinion, where their level of maturity, their level of competency in a relationship, which is honestly the bare minimum. It's like really low, it's like to the floor. That means is that they're going to persist in toxic dynamics and they will never ever go after you, but it's because they know that they're not enough for you. And it's weird because like they're all up in their head thinking about this, even though this is going to be your next relationship. So the last thing I'm going to say is if you came on this pick a card and you have not been in a relationship in a long time, or you're now open to the dating scene, you probably are not going to be in a relationship for a really long time, like in months, maybe even up to 2 years, because this is the next person and they just need to get it together. Spirit wants you to get with someone that you deserve. They think that you deserve this person, just not whenever you first meet them or when you have been meeting them so far. This next pile is going to be how will the first phase of the connection play out? When I was putting down the cards, I was getting with the Five of Pentacles that it wanted to be on the side, but let's be real, it has to be upright. So that could be adding into the sense of procrastination that they had, especially when it came up to their first impression, because a bunch of cards like were on the side. We'll start on the top. Well, up here, right, with the Eight of Cups, I'm really getting the message of avoidance. The first phase of the connection is this person and you wanting to look away from this connection. Y'all probably want to not even ever think of each other again. Or even if you didn't even know this person, that you don't care. You don't care. You don't even know this person was going to be pivotal in your life. But this person definitely wants to forget feelings that you bring up in them whenever it comes to like their insecurities. But it's odd because you know how I told you in the environment they saw you as you were like bored, or this it was apathetic. There you go. You were not content, like you just wanted to leave. With the detached card, I'm actually getting that that's them. So now they're starting to unconsciously embody this type of energy too, but they're doing nothing about it. Because at least with the Tower card, it was only momentary. You were able to leave the Tower card to go into a whole different environment. But once in a while, you would either go to where the Tower card was and feel like, oh, I'm bored. But with it detached, they're stuck in this perpetual pattern of boredom and dissatisfaction and loneliness. I'm surprised if they end up suffering with depression or anxiety issues, mental health issues. And the more and more they embody this apathetic state, the more and more useless they kind of feel their connection to spirit is. They're still in tune, they're still intuitive, but they don't do anything about the messages. They don't care. They don't care if someone is coming in, they don't care if someone's gonna leave. You know, you think the lovers would be a great card about y'all, but honestly, the lovers coming up as their parents. Their parents are pressuring them to have a kid by now. When are they gonna get married? I feel like it's so odd because the lovers is the parents, but they're complaining or they're having certain expectations that their child must meet. But if anything, the lover's card is super toxic. I feel bad. This person needs to detach from their parents' expectations and just do off and do their own thing. But that's the last thing that they're seeing. So yeah, I don't see you in any of this in the first phase. Let me move down to the bottom. This is a really weird, odd reading. Okay. Five of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles, which is the shared love card, is them. You're the Four of Wands in reverse and the King of Wands. So they're still in this apathetic state, trying to find love. They are in and out of relationships like crazy. I date you for a few months, or for that's too long to be honest. At the most, like 2 months. If I think that this is going anywhere, then I break up with you. If I think it isn't, then I'm break up with you. If I think it is, I'm still really cautious. You still don't really meet a bunch of expectations. They're just never satisfied. And if anything, with the share the love, this is them realizing that polygamy is the answer. They're not meant to have a conventional connection. They won't ever be satisfied with one person with monogamy. That's impossible. They think that everyone else who's in a monogamous relationship has multiple times cheated on one another and it just doesn't work. I don't think this person has ever felt true love. I think that's why that's their whole concept of a relationship. And now finally you're popping up right in this first phase of the connection. You both not even in each other's lives, honestly. You both are separated, doing your own thing. And I'm getting over here with the Four of Wands is that you're really embracing your sexuality. Not surprised if you're trying to use new sex toys, new labels, new other pronouns, meeting other people who are unconventional. This is you really diving into unconventionality and seeing what goes for you, what doesn't. Honestly, you look like you're having the time of your life. You look happy, you look passionate, you look brave, you look bold, you look daring, like how this person saw you too. Like in general, whenever I was describing how they were seeing you in the first section, but over here, like bored and just lifeless. Anyways, so it just so happens that you're doing this, right? And if anything, in the first phase of the connection, you know how I told you that they were dating other people, seeing other people. They're not taking relationships seriously, let's be real. Over here with the King of Wands, if anything, you start finding someone else. So this is the King of Wands, and they match your energy just right. Y'all, not surprised if y'all even look similar. Y'all's personalities are definitely similar, might even come from similar backgrounds. You're just having the time of your life. This could translate into you finding a new male best friend, but this could also be like a kind of a fling romance too. Because these are wands. I mean, y'all are not really thinking too long term, both of you, but it's okay. Because y'all are just there to have fun. Yeah, this next section is going to be how will the relationship dynamic play out overall between one another. So, you know, after this first phase, in general, what's going to happen. This looks a little interesting. On the top, you have the wheel. In the middle, you have the five swords in reverse. And on the bottom, you got justice and temperance in reverse. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but with the wheel, you both don't see this coming at all. Everything is set in place, set in motion perfectly, and Spirit's waiting for each and every freaking detail to align, down to the amount of money y'all have in y'all's bank account, down to this is X amount of goals that pt.1 and that person needs to have whenever they get together, and it's all coming into perfect alignment and it's spitting out the truth, which is the Five of Swords. With the Five of Swords, y'all meet together by chance, or far future you both don't even see coming in. When you two see each other again or link up again, it's going to stir a lot of sexual intimacy when y'all like it's like this. Picture fireworks, that's how you feel each and every time you see this person and vice versa. This is y'all banging it out the first day y'all meet. Like the attraction is insane. You know how I told you this person has been in an apathetic state, loneliness and sadness where they have mental health issues. This is lighting the fire in them. Let me tell you, the issue is it's lighting a fire in them to not only want to start working on themselves, but the fact they even feel passionate about anything. They've never felt passionate about anything, but now they feel passionate about something, and it's you. It's a person. And that just surprises them. So I would like to give a warning when this happens. Give this person wiggle room to randomly ghost you because this is a lot for this person to take in. This person is honestly very toxic and unhealthy. They have a lot of issues. Help them slowly ease into it. One way I'd recommend for you to do it, which I don't think you're going to like, you might like it right now, like me hearing it, you don't mind, but whenever you see them in person, it's a whole different story because y'all are really freaking. Y'all bring up the fire in each other. That's all I'm gonna say. Like it's crazy, but something I would recommend is for you not to sleep with them right away. Which honestly, I feel like you probably will, but it's so that way this person can get their thoughts organized about you, their feelings towards you. But before getting their thoughts and feelings towards you organized and is this actually love and blah blah. First, they have to get themselves organized. Okay, so it's going to be a huge push for them to start working on themselves, and whatever unhealthy patterns that they have, because they definitely would not want to bring this in this connection. And this person is a very avoidant person, so they're more apt to just ghost you and then come back. But to them, it's like, it's okay, I did that because I'm back better than ever, but they didn't explain it to you, you know? This person has a very hard time communicating ironically, even though it's a swords card. So yeah, definitely with the five of swords too, this person's toxic patterns, toxic ways, there and also mental illnesses will be hindering this connection. And to you, I think you're going to see it as, well, it's okay, the spirit's sending me this as a karmic test. It's not going to last long with this person. But I would like to challenge that. I think this is contrary. In the last one, in the first phase, you both were seeing people. So I think this is going to end up being a long term one. Now we're moving here. And honestly, with the justice, y'all aren't meant to make a lot of babies. If you or them are in the PORN industry, not surprised if y'all end up making tapes. Y'all are really kinky people. I mean, even though relationship isn't all just about sex, right? Definitely not. But with the justice, that's y'all exploring y'all's sexual kinks. I think that it's very difficult to find other people who are accepting of your sexual preferences, but like the same thing with them. I think that you both might surprise each other in what y'all actually like and prefer in the bedroom. But honestly, the longer y'all are with each other, the more in love y'all are gonna fall in love with obviously y'all's emotional selves, but I'm really getting the y'all's physical bodies. Yeah, y'all are definitely like BDSM, those kind of things. I don't even want to read any more about it. Even though it did talk about sex right over here with the temperance in reverse, this is divine love. You both are finally experiencing a connection where you finally understand what is true love. I don't know if this is going to last the test of times, but you both are meant to create good karma between one another and experience pure harmony with one another. This connection is going to highly evolve your souls together. And this has the potential to, which I didn't know this existed. So I guess you can make a contract with someone in the spiritual realm. It's like that contract can expire and then y'all have the choice of wanting to be together. This definitely has the potential of y'all wanting to sign the contract again and to be together longer. But I think it's in reverse because this connection has so much potential to create really great karma and amazing divine love between one another. But Are both of y'all willing to put in the work in yourselves and the connection? So in a sense, there's just a question mark about that. Funny how I was talking about the karmic contract because this next section is going to be on will this be a long or short term connection? With the Knight of Swords, it's telling me that this is going to be a long term connection and y'all are going to love every bit of it. It's carrying off. You know how I was talking about the Five of Swords in reverse before? The energy is carrying over here where it's a very slow build up because your person and you are methodical. You both are going into this and like you both don't want to fuck it up. You both don't want to self sabotage. You'll probably deal with issues the same way, which is where you both avoid. Actually, see, y'all have a lot in common whenever it comes to childhood wounds and traumas, or at least the way that y'all dealt with it. Even though y'all could have had like totally different experiences, y'all dealt with like very similar themes. I think y'all bond over y'all's distaste towards norms or societal expectations. You both help liberate each other's souls just by simply interacting with each other. This is going to be a long term contract, where y'all are going to be in each other's lives, for love. People coming together and genuinely actually doing the work to heal and both being a better person out of it. One other thing, too, is y'all feel like hyper independent people coming together to make a connection. It's just really interesting how usually people would think two wounded people would create a toxic, crazy dynamic, but because y'all are handling this like adults, there's no mess. With the Eight of Cups, Spirit is very, like, I don't know why they're saying blindly devoted, happy and grateful for the you two coming together. The sense I'm getting over here is maybe this is y'all spirit's team around y'all just having a huge sense of satisfaction and a huge sigh of relief when you two join together at this time whenever y'all come together like a Knight of Swords energy. Maybe they were kind of chaotic trying to get y'all on the right paths. And you know how I told you with the wheel, certain requirements needed to be met for both of y'all to meet right before y'all met. And like it all worked out. Took this long. I'm not surprised if it's taken years, if it's going to take years for your next relationship to occur. But this is like serious, y'all. This is such a spiritual connection with the hermit. I'm not surprised if y'all have like tantric sex or y'all meditate together. Y'all just go on spiritual journeys together. Y'all astral travel together. Like, this is two different lineages coming together to love, create unity, and just explore with each other. This is like two best friends going out in adventures in the spiritual realm. Both are so freaking psychic too. Both of your psychic gifts are going to elevate exponentially whenever you two come together. And I think this is with the Hermit is another reason why y'all were not meant to come together earlier because y'all would not be able to handle that. I think this was a matter of both of y'all spiritually maturing before y'all met because if y'all had met before, y'all would have been very overwhelmed by the psychic connection, by the synchronicities. I just don't think y'all would have been mature enough to handle it. Especially to be honest, on this person's side, they think that every single flaw that you think you have is not only exceptional to them, but you were just so beautiful and gorgeous. Everything you do, they think your actions are so graceful and mature and just so proper. To your person, it feels like every action you take is like planned in a sense. They don't think you can never really do anything wrong. And what's so beautiful and amazing is that you don't take advantage of that. But with the hermit there, is this going to be a long term connection? Yes, but you're going to often find that you're going to have to help them out whenever it comes to childhood wounds or them reverting back to their mental illness. This person has a lot of issues that they still need to cycle through, and it's going to take them many, many, many years for them to finally get over it on their own. So I think you're slowly, gently, like guiding them, forcing them to change, holding them accountable, just loving them. And it's funny because over here with the Eight of Pentacles, I was getting out of all the options, this is a very, very great candidate for, well, both of y'all great candidates for each other to be in each other's lives. But as soon as I looked here at this cute little pentacle, I was getting that, no, this is the one. Y'all are the one. Y'all are meant to be together. This is so beautiful. This next section is going to let you know how others will perceive y'all's connection. We're going to start here at the bottom up. Over here you have the heal card. To be honest, I forgot what type of tarot card that was supposed to represent in this deck, but then you got here the Five of Earth. Look, just the facts are facts. It just is what it is, okay? So they're the Five of Pentacles. I think both of your families don't like each other together. They think that you both should have chose different partners, especially if either one of y'all's parents were very religious. They really would have preferred you to choose like a Christian man or a Muslim man, whatever religion. This is definitely playing on the lines of racism, like being religiously uneducated and having stereotypes about certain religions. This is same sex, then it's like homophobia. Specifically, both of your families and definitely your parental figures think that y'all are definitely not meant to be in. This is only going to be a short term connection, and they can't wait until either one of you find different people. I'm not gonna lie. The positive, that these families see in y'all's connection together here with the heal card is that they definitely do see that y'all have spiritually elevated and that you both are genuinely maturing and y'all are still evolving and y'all are open to being interested in different things and y'all are just not closed-minded at all. It's giving me the opposite over here. Very adventurous to get, like, they think that y'all will be great best friends. There you go. They would be fine with that, but y'all want like marriage or y'all want to date, like, why? I'm keep on channeling it. They hope that y'all break up. They're wishing for y'all's downfall, like y'all's relationship, so that way both of y'all can just move on to different options. I was definitely seeing it's so weird because like parents are coming up. The parents were coming up before with your person, so maybe this is like your person's parents' expectations. Oh yeah, when I was putting down the cards, I was getting the song I Want It That Way. And now I'm getting the song really from the Five of Fire here. Y'all aren't too close with each other's friends. I think that y'all are a very isolated couple. If you were to go out and have like a girls' night, let's say, you do talk about your partner, but they will only ever see pictures of them. Vice versa with them. I don't think that y'all like meeting each other's friends too much, and especially with it being fire, I think that you both of your friend groups have a huge like discrepancy. You feel like your friend group is too mature or too intellectual, and their friend group is all about having fun and just being carefree. You both just don't vibe with each other's friend groups, and that's okay. But y'all just have not told your friends that. It's like a huge distance between your friends and how they perceive your partner, or the same thing with their friends. It's so weird because over here with the Three of Pentacles here on the side, that can lead to a lot of like gossip, but it doesn't have to be bad gossip. It's just within friend group gossip. So there can definitely be left to make a lot of assumptions about your connection. They talk about it amongst themselves without you. An example is let's say y'all were gonna have a couples trip. Everyone else brought their boyfriend or girlfriend, but you were the only one that didn't because your person didn't want to go or because your person was actually just busy. They're just low key judging not you, but them, like, and the connection. And maybe even y'all's friends think that y'all deserve better people or more compatible people because in their perspective they're seeing it as like as y'all don't get along, y'all are not putting in the effort to get to know them. So therefore they're seeing it as like, well then that person is not taking us seriously and also our person seriously. Yeah, that's so weird. It's just a theme. With the sacral chakra, I'm getting the phrase, this connection is not for the weak. There are going to be a lot of rumors about y'all's connection, negative talk about y'all's connection, to be honest, assumptions, negative assumptions put on y'all, experience, challenges that have to do with stereotyping. Let's say if you're black and your person's white, you're black, your person's Asian, just something where y'all are just not supposed to conventionally come together, and society obviously is going to put their opinions on that. And with the sacral, it's like, are you going to let these judgments influence the way you perceive this connection? And that's like a fuck no over here. I think that y'all are very independent people. If anything, I feel like you both hate this. You both hate that people cannot see this connection for the divine love because they're allowing societal expectations, dogma to blind the way that they should actually see the connection. I don't think that there's a lot of high minded people that y'all are surrounded by because of this, because of the cheese mail, the gossip over here, because of the way your parents or your family perceives you. And it just sucks because y'all just wish to meet like minded people, high minded people, spiritual people who will overlook the age discrepancy, the race discrepancy, even if y'all are homosexuals, and see y'all for the humans y'all are, and that y'all actually come together and make a beautiful, great blend together. Y'all have a great connection together, and y'all just make it work. People try to find holes. People just prefer this not to work and for y'all to move on to different people. It sucks. After this section, you have one more to go. This one is going to be the obstacles of this connection that you both will face. Well, by the time y'all come together, there will be no obstacles. Did mention how society's not going to view y'all's connection well. Y'all don't give a single like y'all really actually genuinely don't. Before coming together in a relationship, the obstacle would have been work on childhood issues, traumas, and to balance, if you believe in chakras, your chakras, whatever spiritual system you believe in. Because with the five, I'm really channeling a sense of immaturity, which is okay. Like, y'all are still immature, y'all still have to learn things. Your connection has to be put on a hold constantly until you both are ready. But yeah, once y'all are together, honestly, y'all are just on cloud nine. There's nothing stopping y'all. I don't think y'all would choose to be with anyone else at all. Like that would disgust y'all. Like I could definitely picture y'all thinking that in the next life, like you both are still gonna find each other, even if you both are gays, you both are. It does not matter. Nothing's gonna stop y'all to find each other. So this last section is going to be what will be the result of this karmic contract? Will it be a lesson, a marriage, or will it end up in friendship, or just some other thing? Okay, I read tarot intuitively. The two cups in reverse in regular interpretation, that's not considered good. I think it's so beautiful that not only did y'all get two different two of cups, but y'all got them both in reverse. I think it just shows how spiritual and high minded this connection is meant to be, and the great rewards that y'all will reap by being together. Y'all's connection is very wholesome. With the heart chakra, I'm getting the saying, honor me, love me, be devoted to me. And then over here with the Ten of Wands in reverse, it's responding with I will. What that's saying is that you both are loyal servants to God, whatever you believe in, the higher power. There is such beauty and eloquence in the way both of y'all carry yourselves in the spiritual realm. This once again is reiterating that the divine really approves of this connection, is rooting for y'all to learn even more from each other. And this connects back with the karmic contract. Is this going to be a friendship, marriage, a lesson, kind of lesson? The karmic contract you both are meant to fulfill is that you both are meant to learn spiritual lessons and help each other out. Let's say if one of y'all is experiencing a psychic attack, the other person's going to help shield you. And then you both discuss, okay, how did this happen? How do we make sure that this doesn't happen again? And then with the Two of Cups over here, you both are very high minded, beautiful beings. Your souls are so intertwined and connected. I think your souls are married to each other. Being together just raises the vibration of this earth. But to be real with the Two of Cups, I don't think y'all give a fuck. Honestly, I'm getting a real selfish vibe from y'all where y'all don't care about other people. Y'all only care about what's going on with y'all, which makes sense, especially because society does not like y'all's connection, I guess you can say, or just not deem it as acceptable. And just reiterating over here with the justice and the coming together in reverse, which is the Two of Cups. Y'all are meant to marry each other. Y'all are meant to be each other's life partners. With the Six of Swords, y'all are meant to have children together. Y'all are meant to fix generational patterns. It's nice that y'all are bringing unconditional love to each other, but honestly, I think one of the main things in this karmic contract is the children. Y'all are meant to express unconditional love to your children and give them a good example, give them a good life that maybe you two did not have. Prove it to yourselves, prove it to spirit, and prove it to your family, prove it to everyone else that y'all may have these contrary opinions about us, but we raised one hell of kids. Our kids are unique. Our kids have all the tools to be successful. You're going to raise very independent, free thinkers. And what's so funny is that I feel like you both are, in a sense, unconventional, but ironically, with this teacher, this is the Hierophant card, which is once again so beautiful. This is coming on this reading. You both are going to naturally, whenever you get older and have children, follow conventional roles. Probably the breadwinner is going to be the masculine, the feminine is going to really help raise the children. But no offense or anything, but especially with the way this is depicted, I think the children are going to have more respect for the feminine than the masculine, or like they're more apt to listen or be disciplined by the feminine than the masculine. How funny how the Knight of Swords is coming out again here. I'm saying that because now it's coming over here to the bottom and it's linking back to the beginning whenever I was talking about y'all's connection. Over here, where your person started off as empty, apathetic, bored of life, they felt nothing. They are going to become a benevolent person, someone who loves life, has so much passion for everything that they do, has so much love and money to give. They credit it to you. They credit their healing to you. They thank you, the Lord, that they have came across you and that you're even in their life. The fact you even want to even spend the rest of your life with them is like, what the fuck did I even do to deserve this? Is what they think. And to you over here, before with the Six of Cups, I was saying that where you have like a rebellious streak or you're just like wild and you like to explore. Over here, in a sense, it's like you see yourself in the past as you were unhinged, you just were in your single mode, living it up, untamed. And then over here with the Knight of Swords, that's linking back to this connection. I finally found the one that I'm willing to go back to every day after a long day of adventure, after a long day of working. I finally found the one that I actually want to settle down with. I'm not surprised if you thought that you were going to be single forever. That was it for your reading. This was such a beautiful fucking reading. Thank you so much for clicking on this pile and having me read your energies. With the next person you're going to be in a long-term relationship with, it seems to be the person that you are going to marry before you are going to be in other connections, and so is this person. So it's a matter of time before you meet them, okay? So that was all I had for you, Pile 1. Please like, dislike, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys have a great day or night. Bye. Hello to those who chose in Pile 2. Can't wait to take a fat nap after this. So let's get this started. You already know me. I'm gonna go real into depth. I'm gonna just give you the real answers, especially if you know me, if you've been watching my stuff. So I'm gonna give you a real in-depth reading on the next person you're gonna be in a relationship with. And this is gonna be separated into 9 different sections. I know you see a bunch of cards here. Honestly, your sections don't have too many like this, I think. If you're not into long reading, you should just click off, okay? You should have seen the timestamps by now too. This first section is going to be on who is the next person you're going to be in a relationship with, what they look like, what's their personality. I'm not going to lie, these are not the greatest cards. They put swords. There's nothing wrong with swords, but 2 of swords, 7 of swords, come on now. Five pentacles, and then there's, I believe that's a tower. The person's not giving me much to work with here. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I'll start reading intuitively right now. Thank God y'all can't see my face because I'm such a mess right now. Y'all got an intuitive message, yay, that I wrote down, and I will be featuring this little message throughout all the piles. Let me see if you can see it. You can see it. There. It says, "You're just an option for me currently. Career insecurities, overwhelmed with work. I can't process or feel my face and emotions." There was like a little side note, which was, "Don't be concerned over me." And then all these swords cards are coming out, I guess it kind of makes sense for a little businessman. With the rebuild card, this person is someone who has built themselves from the ground up. They know what it's like to be in the gutter. They know what it's like to be raised in poverty and how to claw themselves out of it. This person is a success story. Not a lot of people would even believe the stuff that this person has been through, your next partner. But they are just such a strong, resilient person. With that in mind, whenever it comes to these kind of people, they're also very stubborn. Honestly, I'm getting very Capricorn vibes, ironically, even though all these air are coming out. No one would know what this person has been through based on how they look right now, based on the amount of success, achievements that they've achieved right now. But sadly, coming down here with the King of Swords, this is representing your next partner, this person's spiritual self, and they have reaped absolutely no good karma to be cashed into this physical reality. Sometimes we have built up good karmas that end up manifesting sometimes into money opportunities. This person has absolutely none. But it's because this person is all action. This person solely relies on themselves to make things happen. This person doesn't believe in manifestation. I'm not saying that they're not spiritual. It's just the whole thing of doing a spell so that way you can attract money. It's like, no, I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to attract money myself. They feel very hard-headed. Honestly, this person's really giving me like quiet vibes. If we're all in a circle and we're all friends and we're all chilling and talking, making laughs, jokes, this person is going to laugh. This person is going to be smiling, but they're not going to add in much. If it is, it's going to be funny, but it's like witty stuff every 20 minutes. But I keep on getting, they don't really have much to say. Here's the gag, okay? Here with the just breathe. This person is already married, is already in a relationship as we're speaking, or whenever you meet this person, they're going to be in a connection. Either that, or they are still getting over the last person. With that in mind, based off of the amount of treachery this person has been through, I am not surprised if this person has lost like a loved one, as in like it was someone who they were married to and they sadly passed away, or it was their girlfriend or boyfriend that passed away. No offense, this person kind of attracts treachery into their lives. they don't have any good karma, but they feel so strong and resilient. Honestly, this person doesn't feel like they're not spiritual too. I'm not even surprised if at the most meditate, or they are so living in tune with the divine and they don't even know it. Things never really work out for them. Like, not just in romantic, it's in general. I think the only thing they have together is their career. Anyways, with the Two of Swords, this person is a highly devoted lover. They are so freaking loyal. They will not look at anyone's way once they're in a relationship, or not even a relationship, once they start pursuing someone and start taking someone very seriously. Honestly, this person is marriage material. They know that they are marriage material, but it's a matter of finding someone else to also fill in that same role, who also views relationships like that. In the connection that they're in currently, I think that they are going to be in a relationship. Their person doesn't really take them seriously. It's just very frivolous. Like, doesn't really act like if they're in a relationship. Let's say like they're very flirty and they just throw themselves at people sometimes. Just micro cheating is what this feels like. You can't really say it's cheating, so that way we can't break up. It just, not that they're not satisfied with the connection. They feel like they won't ever find someone as loyal, has this loyalty kind of mindset whenever it comes to relationship. It kind of sucks, and it just feels like they're living in dissatisfaction. They're living in being content, settling with an option. Honestly, that's not right for them. But they are so loyal that they're so tunnel vision that they cannot see that this isn't the right option for them. If it's the sad scenario where they have someone pass away, pass on, they aren't close to the idea of love. If anything, they really want to mingle and get out there. They can't help but like, let's say if they've been on dates with this someone for like 4 days. On the fourth day, the other person does something that reminds them of the loved one who passed away, and then they can't help but cry about it or sulk about it or have it affect their mood for the rest of the day. It just feels like this person is in a continual healing progress, and I feel kind of bad because who wants to really date someone who is still not over their dead ex or their dead old wife, you know? Over here, these last two cards are telling me what is your person's type, especially over here with the Seven of Swords. So your person's type is someone like them who is very career driven, has a keen eye, is intelligent in their field, and is passionate whenever they do. I think this person would prefer to be with someone who is also into like business or just in like a high paying field. Honestly, I'm just getting like this person would just love to shower and show respect for someone with gifts and love and affection. Like, they want to show their person that, like, I'm only for you. Are you only for me? Just feels like there's always that question mark. It's like the only standard or expectation they have, they don't really care about anyone's physical look. But then Spirit's saying over here with the Five of Pentacles in reverse that they have to reevaluate their type, the people that they keep on going after, the people that they keep on dating, because there's a reason why they keep on, let's be real, they're not happy, they're being miserable, but they don't even realize that they're miserable, either in this connection or in the types that they go after, because they go after things in a superficial way. They need to change up who they seek out and the qualities they want in a partner. Because I feel like this is going to end up connecting to you. Well, it might to you where you're totally different than their type. Let's say you're in a career field, but it's in like social work. It's in something that isn't that high paying, but you're still passionate and you love the job. This next section is going to be when you meet this person, or do you already know them? Looks like we're going to start from the bottom up. Do you already know them? Are you already talking with them? Because with the Empress, the first thing I got was, damn, she is hot, she is fine, she is sexy. I think that is how this person views you. At least the archetype that you represent. I'll go more deep into it. I'll answer the question later, but you're coming up as the Empress, but I feel like, you know how whenever they say if you have a crush on someone or you idealize someone, you already have them fully formed in your mind, as in they're perfect, they have the perfect personality, there's no nuances, there's no flaws. I think that's how this person is perceiving you, or you're a wife material, you're not someone who flings their vagina or thingy around. Why do we call it dinky sometimes? It's so weird. Even though I'm laughing, like you're not immature. Honestly, you feel very confident. You're very poised. You're well spoken. There's just so many amazing qualities that someone will attribute to you the first time they even notice you. But now that I'm thinking about it, I'm looking at the rest of the cards, and do you already know them? No, I don't think you know them. I don't even think they even know you. Two of Pentacles up there, Spirit saying it's a matter of if. Because I did ask when, but they said no, it's a if. For you, you are not going to get into any other relationship except for this person. Okay, what I mean by that is in the last pile I noticed that both sides were dating people, and then that last pile was about the person they were going to marry. This pile is just simply like your next relationship, but I feel like it's gonna be in like a while, like months, or even up to at the most a year, because you both are stubbornly learning lessons, as in you're being very slow and giving Spirit a very treacherous time on just dragging y'all's feet. The lessons y'all have to learn, not even necessarily, I don't even think Spirit's even rooting for y'all to want to get together right now. It's just like, hurry up and learn your freaking lessons, man, so that way these blessings can come in. And I think you both merit that stubbornness, have that personality trait. With the Four of Pentacles in reverse, Spirit's letting me know that actually this person learns lessons faster than you, despite them being stubborn. So that just shows how stubborn you are. So anyways, my point is, for sure, within 4 months, this person's going to be ready for this connection, but you're not. Gonna have a lot more healing to do. It's not even healing. I think you're just gonna be doing your own thing. I don't even think you're gonna be interested in a relationship. I don't think you want to be in a partnership and a commitment. But if anything, this person is showing up as they can't wait to commit to someone. They're getting themselves ready to be in a proper connection. Also, if this person is in a relationship, it's going to take them 4 months or 4 weeks period of time for them to break it off by the time they meet you. They keep on saying that though, repeating over here. It's a matter of if, not when. I don't know why. I'm giving you time frames, but don't really worry about the time frames, because the time frame only applies to them. It's not to you, to be honest. This might take a long time to just stop being so stubborn, okay? And learning your lessons. I think that's the only thing I can tell you. But even then, you're still gonna be stubborn, because it sounds like it is what it is. It's okay. I'm stubborn too, guys. I can't relate. This next pile is going to let you know what is this person's first impression they're going to have whenever they meet you, or if for some odd reason you don't resonate with this collective, then what has been their impression of you since they have met you? Well, y'all got pretty pivotal cards. It seems like the complete opposite of their energy. You got fire cards here, and then you got the tower, the death, and the justice. This person's definitely giving me stalker vibes when you first catch their attention. It's more of them noticing you than you even looking their way at all. You don't acknowledge them at all because you don't even see them from afar. Maybe this could describe y'all's first interaction. Honestly, with the tower, this person is willing to step out of their marriage to start a relationship with you. If it's not that, hopefully it's not, then they're willing to drop literally. You know how I told you this person's really loyal? On sight, when they see you, their first thought is, I'm dropping all my actual options for this person. I'm ready to be serious about whoever you are. They can't take it how gorgeous you are. Oh, and you know what? Remember with the Empress? Remember how I said like they saw you as sexy and beautiful and blah blah? Just kind of relating to that. That was a major card too. They laid their eyes on a goddess and it has them shook, it has them to their knees. They don't know what to do around. This person doesn't know how to think. They don't even know how to speak. They can't move. I don't know. They just turn into like a mushy mess whenever they're by you and literally no one compares to you. But this person is really mentally stimulated, so I think that's your mannerisms and the way you come off to society, the way you're poised and collected. That's what gets this person turned on. Like you just exude whatever your spirituality is. You're unapologetically yourself, your whole persona. And honestly, over here with the Knave of Wands on the sideways, they're seeing you as like a sexual conquest. I'm not kidding. This person sees you like a goddess. So when they look at you with your Knave of Wands, it's like this person's a goddess in all aspects of life, including in the bed. They are so turned on by you, like I'm getting itchy. It's so funny because over here, it started off with this channeled message where you're just an option for me. Currently, career insecurities, overwhelming work, can't process or feel my face. Look at that. Maybe this person might self sabotage. I don't know. God, you are a beauty to them. The way your mind works, the way the words come out of your mouth, it's like, how? They're just so fascinated by you, just turns them on even more. Oh my God, like it's so, so bad. They're literally obsessed with you. They're obsessed. As soon as they see you or they start observing you, they start watching you, they're obsessed. They're going to be stalking all your social medias. They're going to want to get to know your friends first before they get to meet you. They want to know every single detail about you that they can extrapolate from every single other source except from you. Oh God, they're just in awe with you. Like this person is literally fanboying or fangirling over you. And over here with the six of believe and succeed, this person does have a long-term commitment in mind whenever it comes to you. But this person, even though these are majors, they're very slow and methodical in their approach, in their offering, because over here with the justice, this is how they're viewing you in general. Man, they're viewing you as majors. You are not for the weak. Like maybe they could see you're a lot to deal with, or maybe you are high maintenance in a sense. You have high standards for yourself, let alone someone else, especially in a partnership. People have to go through a vetting process and no one ever really passes. And even if they do, it's like you're the prize. You're what everyone wants to possess. Everyone's going to get jealous because people see that whoever has you possesses you and people will want to take you from them. Like they want that. They want to be able to fight over you. This is so, they wanted to go in a bar with y'all being in a relationship and have someone hit on you from afar whenever they're sitting from far away, and then they want to meddle in and just get in a fight. They want to assert their dominance. They want to show like you're mine, but I'm seeing you like objectifying you. This is just they're fascinated by you. They just want to protect you. You bring out a bunch of masculine instincts in them, primal instincts in them too, because especially with the sexual urge, God, you just really get them going. This next pile will let you know how the first phase of the connection will play out. With the Knight of Wands, the first thing I'm channeling is this connection is going to be built on divine timing and trust. The Knight of Wands, I'm getting like you both are repelling each other. That's how it looks like on the outside. So to you, it seems like this person's scared of you, or yeah, you think that they either don't really like you too much, or They just have something against you where they're always nervous or something. Like you can't read the social situation. You can't read the cues that they like you. And then to them they see it as you always look at them weird, or you look at them like if you're suspicious of them. You think that they're a creep. That's the looks or the vibes. Your body language is what you give towards this person. But I think you both are not only misleading each other, but also just confusing each other's like emotions too. Like I don't know. It just seems like a mess. The first phase of this connection, I don't even think you are even gonna talk. Yeah, because with the temperance, you both have different perspectives that are not congealing correctly. Y'all's true intentions are definitely not being shown, so it's left to make assumptions. But you also happen to be making the complete opposite incorrect assumptions about each other. And with the Knight of Swords, it's really promoting paranoia in the connection. With the moon, for you, it's leading you to think that this is just a karmic connection. There's nothing wrong with karmic. Everything's a karmic connection, okay? But what I mean by that is I'm meant to learn that I'm supposed to guard myself and shield myself from this person. I'm meant to defend myself from this person. And then this person's like, I think that their karmic lesson in this connection is to liberate themselves by revealing the truth and by speaking to you. But with the Nine of Swords, they can't help but literally like freeze in fear. If this person had a fight or flight, like they always choose to freeze. Like they become like tumbleweed, like they just whenever they're around. They can't help it, and I feel bad because especially with the swords, they pride themselves on being smart and being savvy, being very intellectual, and because of their emotions for you, they can't help but freeze up and look like a creep. They understand how they come off like a creep, but it's because they can't speak to you. Like they feel dumb, they feel stupid, they go weak to their knees, let alone looking at you, you know? Even interacting with you, this person's just really idealizing you. It just feels like this connection is going off on the wrong foot with misconceptions. I don't know, this, it just, I feel like if Spirit were to look at it, they would also find this comical. This next section is going to be how will this relationship, whoever you're going to be in a relationship next, overall play out with one another. Well, why don't you look at that, Paltu? Why don't you look at these fucking cards, Paltu? The plot twist is insane. Oh my god. Tell me why the heart chakra is with the Two of Cups. Tell me why the lovers came out next to the crown chakra. What? I never would have expected. As a reader, I don't see this coming. Let alone you and your person do not see this coming too. Overall, how will this connection play out? All I know is y'all are definitely gonna have sex. I don't know if it'll ever become a real connection, okay? Because with the Ace of Ace of Fire, yeah, y'all's sexual compatibility is off the fucking charts. Y'all just naturally are aligned with each other's foreplay, specifically y'all's preferences whenever it comes to that. I don't know about sexual preferences, but definitely foreplay preferences, and that just and it's definitely during this time when y'all are meeting. I don't know if y'all are going to be together forever. That's why I'm saying that. This is going to be the best sex that y'all are ever going to get from someone. But if I'm being honest, this sucks, bro. This sucks. I wanted this to be happy ever after, especially with these cards, but I see y'all eventually separating. You're over here aligning really with the Ace of Wands and the Lover's card, and they're over here aligning with the Four of Cups, the Crown Chakra, and over here with the Five of Swords. This is like the aftermath of like a breakup. So with the Ace of Wands, you're coming up. You are appreciating the times that you had a sexual connection with this person. I see you more of missing the sexual passion or the buildup of it too, rather than the emotional connection. And then over here with the lovers, it's you reminiscing and you first healing yourself. So you're hermiting, you're healing yourself before you can move on to bigger, better opportunities. With this person, it seems like when they threw themselves into this connection, you know how I told you they were idealizing you and stuff? I think that that honeymoon phase is going to wear off and they're going to see you like just, like as a regular human. There's nothing to be so crazy about you for. Whenever they see you, that they kind of see you like, oh, great, well, that's nice to have in the back burner as a potential option. And then they're literally not surprised if they ghost you or avoid you and go off and do their own thing. Like, as in, like, I'm not surprised if they have to move away or they always have to travel for their job. Like, this is them totally just throwing themselves once again in their career and just having you as a back burner. And I think in the process of y'all breaking up, in a sense, like over here with the crown and the five of swords, y'all are only missing like the physical part, not really the emotional part. They're aching and longing for your touches. Maybe the aftermath of y'all having sex, like with y'all cuddling, y'all giving each other kisses, just the adorable little things you do. Like whenever you're in a connection, they're just missing that. But at the same time, especially over here, this person's a go getter and they can find someone else to fulfill that void. But the issue is like, it's one thing for you to miss the touches and the cuddles that you could get in a connection, so then you find it someone else. They're specifically missing it from you, but especially with it coming out with the swords, they're not about to acknowledge that. I think this person does have feelings for you, they're just messed up. Like how I told you before, this person ended up self sabotaging. But at the same time, I think it was mutual for y'all to cut it off. If anything, this person is left with residue feelings and you don't have really any. You just miss the sex. The last pile of this song also came out, but now the song I Want It That Way is coming out up here for the heart chakra and the Two of Cups. This connection is going to play out the way it needs to play out. And with the Two of Cups, actually, that represents that you both have successfully completed the karmic contract, karmic healing between one another. I think in this short period of time, y'all needed each other's love and devotion whenever it came to sexual pleasures and to show each other what love is. Like maybe you were in a time where you just really needed some pussy or dick. And with this person lying with the heart chakra, I think something this person really got out of this karmic contract was that they were able to activate their heart chakra, start feeling feelings. The issue is, even though they're feeling feelings, they're not acknowledging it. They're just letting it go. But at the same time, it's okay that they still have feelings for you, even though they don't want to acknowledge it, because the karmic contract is over with y'all. Whether y'all are going to make a new one, who knows? Even though I basically did answer this, I still have to do this pile. It's going to let you know, will this be a long or short term connection? With the Ten of Wands there on the side, this is going to be short term connection for now. Y'all are meant to work together later on in the future. I think this has to do with career or just something platonic. It does not have to do with love. This could also mean that y'all are in the same friend group, mutuals, y'all gotta see each other often. It's right next to the lovers, and I think what that means is you both didn't have to tell anyone that y'all slept together and stuff, but in the past, y'all know that y'all did it and y'all had a great time, y'all did whatever it did, but I think it's actually going to help y'all out in the future whenever y'all end up reconnecting again. It's going to help y'all have like a more easy flow, a less rigid bond. Yeah, and then with the Six of Swords, if anything, is this a long or short term connection? It's a short term connection for passion and romance and sexual desires, but I can picture this has the definite potential to be a long term connection, but with friendship wise, but not I call you up whenever I'm sad. No, this is like, I need advice on this. Can you help me out with this? This is why this feels very career, or you both have specialties in certain areas and you both respect that. So y'all are still using that in the future. Eventually, y'all are meant to come together and use it in the future. I don't really see y'all being too important in y'all's lives. If anything, once again, I feel like on your person's end, it seems like this person has a much more greater appreciation of you, will probably hit you up more, but it isn't for sexual desires or something. It's they actually genuinely do need help or they actually need advice. Sorry, my voice is cracked, but if this person needs like girl advice, I think my voice cracked for a reason like that because this person literally freezes up. They don't really know what to do. I think that you can definitely help walk them through it, tell them like what's from right and wrong. That's the deepest it'll go. I really don't see you really wanting to really. I don't think you really care. Yeah, I think you're just ambivalent or what's it called? Indifferent. Okay, this next section is how will others perceive y'all's connection together? I'm channeling that song by Jane Aiko, and she's like, I don't need you, but I want you. You want to know what meme I'm getting from this one with the seven? There's sounds on TikTok, and people make videos with it. I'm getting the one where it's like, we all know they fucked. That's what I'm getting. This would make sense with the same friend group, but you both definitely told both of your friends that y'all slept together, that y'all have a past sexual history. Yeah, there with the Ace of Pentacles up there, it's like it's over. If y'all were to hit each other up or y'all were to even talk after this connection is over, it's just so surprising. And with the Knight of Wands, I was getting dead weight. They just feel like you two have outgrowing each other. You both are living very different lifestyles and there's no point in having y'all in either one of y'all's lives. Others are perceiving this very, very objectively, and I'm not surprised if y'all are outside of each other's norms. As in, like, you both have different types, y'all don't fall under it. And then with the It's of Cups, it's your friends or their friends encouraging y'all to go after people who are not only their type, but people who will be the best for them. Everyone just wants the best for y'all. But they just think with the Three of Wands, like, it's over and done. There's nothing more to explore. Y'all are meant to veer onto different options. It was a short phase in life. What was there with the Hierophant? They're thinking that you're both handling this very professionally. You both aren't being messy about it. If they came with another girl or another guy, you would be fine. You wouldn't care less. You wouldn't be toxic and try to flirt with them, and vice versa. You know that meme I was saying I was getting over here with the seven? Like, I'm really getting the people who know. If they don't know you, it's probably the first thing that they think about, like, oh yeah, they fucked. Yeah, this is the second to last pile. This is going to be the obstacles of this connection you both will face. The first thing I got with the Eight of Pentacles up here and the Six of Swords. The challenge is reconnection. Something that has fizzled out to make it revive again, to be mature enough to things in this past and continue forth with the new cycle. To be real, like this person needs you more than you need them. With the Six of Swords, I'm seeing you as like a healing woman to them. You help activate their heart chakra or you put them in their place whenever they're closing it off or they're participating in situations that are either closing it off or where they're not being considerate towards other people. I just feel like you call them out a lot and they really need that. With this Four of Pentacles, I think that this person lacks a mother figure in their life, or their mother figure was not emotionally there for them at all. They, in a sense, need a mother. And I'm just going to be honest, you're here tackling the issue of them needing a mother figure. Spirit wants you to step up to be that for them. You don't have to always be that for them. Though once in a while, it wouldn't hurt to check up on them every few months, okay? I'm sure it wouldn't mean the world for them for you to even reach out and contact them. Because here with the Nine of Rest and Reconsider, that's them. And honestly, they're still kind of lost. They're not as lost as before, but kind of walking aimlessly in life. And because they're confused, they're not choosing to face certain wounds, to heal certain things, and you put them in place. And that's what they like about you. You help balance them, you help them realize you can say something to them that like 30 other people could have told them the same exact thing, but then it clicks whenever you tell them. It's just your words hit different, not in a hurtful way, but in a very pensive way. You make them think, and these, like I was says over here, you help them reconsider the choices that they've made. How do I get led on the right path then? Yeah, that was wow, this is a shorter reading than I thought it was gonna be. The last one was super long. Okay, so now we're on to the last pile. This is gonna be on what will be the result of this karmic contract. Will it be kind of lesson? Clearly marriage is not gonna come out of here, okay? Or is it gonna be friendship? I was getting as much as the Queen of Wands wants the Three Cups underneath her. She is being benevolent and allowing the Three Cups to be right next to her. The result of this karmic contract? Well, here with this is the Page of Pentacles, and it's letting you know that at least there won't be any bad karma created from it because in this lifetime, y'all are meant to handle this connection maturely. No resentment, no bad feelings gonna be harbored in this connection, and therefore it's gonna create nothing but, for the most part, nothing but good karma. The Queen of Wands, it's your choice how active you are in this connection. You're definitely going to take a hands off approach. I don't really think you like this person too much. I think that's why you don't enjoy them. You feel like they don't contribute anything to your life. If anything, you always spice up their life. You make their day whenever talk with them. You know, let's be real, that you're more elevated and you're kind of what this person does not deserve and will not ever really deserve. They won't ever live up to your level or meet you at your level. But I mean, it's okay. It's a matter of you seeing this more as not as friends, okay? This karma contract, they would love to consider you a friend. You don't consider them a friend. It's they're like an annoying little pest. It's what they are to you. Just know that down the road, you're not going to see any reason at all why should I continue to help this person out. They don't contribute anything in my life, which is honestly it's true. But I'm just letting you know that in the far future with the Three of Cups, like whenever y'all, are aging in y'all's faces, this person will actually come back and be able to, in a sense, repay all the karmic debt that they owe you. Be like for the amount of times that you've helped them and stuff, they're able to repay you. I don't know if they're gonna get their life together later on, like whenever they're old. They win the lottery, they split half of it with you because of how much of what you've done for them. Or if they end up passing away, you end up finding out that in their will they wrote a lot of things for you to have, and now you can benefit from it. It just feels like with the Three of Cups, you being able to financially benefit from this connection, and you have no idea that you would ever, because you're not entering into this as like, I'm trying to use this person for money. You know how I told you that this person was really involved in their career? I'm pretty sure that this person is of high status, or they just got it going on with money, or they're a hustler. You don't really care. You don't care about the money. You just think the person's weird. You don't think that y'all are compatible at all, but I'm just letting you know that you are meant to receive a financial payout if you decide to stick through with it. It's all up to you though, because no matter what, oh, I thought that was something, but if you choose to drop it, if you don't, Spirit's just telling you, can you just grow up and be mature and just continue to interact with this person? You don't have to do it every single month. You can do it, spot it every 3 months, check up on them or answer their questions. Doesn't have to be right away. Overall, I feel like you're viewing this connection as high maintenance. That's all I had for you. Please like, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys have a great day or night. Bye. Hello to those who've chosen Pile 3. I'm giving you a real in-depth reading, okay? So this is going to split up into 9 different sections. I promise not all the sections are as big as you see right now. This first section is going to let you know who is the next person you're going to be in a relationship with, what they look like, what's their personalities. I got a channeled message about your person. I didn't really set an attention. I just said who's the next person all three going to be in a relationship with, and then I got this message. So it says I'm having a spiritual awakening currently, and I got to write down the word hometown and to cross it out, trying to find the one and people who are meant to permanently stay. With the sun card, I'm getting significant signs in their chart are going to be fire signs, so Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. They're very well built, they're very muscular. They don't like pompous people. They dislike people who are the antithesis of being humble. With that in mind, I think that this person doesn't make a lot of money whenever you meet them, or just the vibes they're giving off. They're not making a lot of money. Yeah, like let's say like a starving artist, they're struggling to sell their artwork or their songs to the outside society. People would say that this person doesn't know what they're doing and that they're lost, but I feel like this person is just following their internal guidance system, whatever makes them feel happy. With that in mind, I think that this person really does not care about society's expectations of them. If this person is in their 30s or 40s, they're not interested in satisfying society, which is by getting married, settling down, having children. They're not about to do any of that. Or if they're young, for them to start dating, start thinking about marriage, especially if this person grew up in a cultural environment where they have certain expectations of them. They're either completely against the religion that they were raised up to be or their parents' religion. Other people see them as rebellious and they're purposefully rebelling, but honestly, they're not. I feel like they're just being true to themselves, and just so happens that it's just not lining up with society's expectations, specifically their parents' expectations, their family's expectations. This person's literally off doing their own thing, and no wonder hometown is crossed out because maybe that's the last thing that they're thinking about. They don't ever want to go back to it. And occupations, I'm getting that this person could be a scripper or they could have like an OnlyFans. But there's a real sense of professionalism with this person whenever it comes to like whatever career endeavors that they're going after. They don't like mixing. There's a lot of times like whenever politicians end up cheating on their wives or the bosses end up sleeping with one of their underlings, but you get what I'm trying to say, right? The people under them, they're taking advantage of that power complex, that power dynamic. And your person is the last person to, they dislike that. They have a really strong distaste for people who do that because it says a lot about their morals and values, their convictions. And I think that this person actually does have very strong morals and values. It's just for society, they would think that they're careless and reckless, but they're actually not if you really get to know them. So yeah, I feel like a lot of people have misunderstandings about them. Honestly, with the love in reverse is lover's card. I'm getting that this person is Asian or of Asian descent. Even if they're not following the religion that they were quote unquote supposed to, right, by their parents, they actually really love and embrace this racial part of them, whatever their culture is. They're still eating their foods of their culture. They still remember the history about their culture, marginalization, or about if there's an Asian Heritage Month, like this person would be so educated, like we'll be making TikToks about what Asian Americans had to experience. Or I mean Asian is like Indian, could be Egyptian, just in that area of Asia. Well, I think is Egypt a part of Africa? I kind of forgot. I'm sorry. I'm uneducated. Sorry. This person loves making like teas or herbal tinctures. They like natural remedies. Oh, how funny. It's 1, 2, and 3. But over here with the Ace of Swords, card is really embodying who this person is. They're a very kind, loving soul. But in this life, they're not meant to be blessed with riches. They're meant to stand out from the crowd and make a statement about that. And I'm not getting that they like went through like a hard life. I think that they had like at least a decent upbringing. They didn't have to worry about if they were going to eat the next day or if they were going to have a place to stay at, if they were going to be able to fall asleep because of their parents fighting. I think for honestly, for the most part, this person's had a pretty stable life. Because of that, this person has a healthy foundation of what is a healthy partnership too, but also like what is a healthy lifestyle? What is maturity? How do I self reflect? Something that some people, damaged people, have a really hard, difficult time processing. This person can do it much more faster or learn lessons a lot more quicker. If you have really been through it, or if you notice that you struggle with like lessons and stuff, you can really like learn from this person. They're very strong in their convictions too. But ironically, over here with the two chalices, honestly, this person is immutable. I know I did mention the fire signs probably have a lot of mutable signs in their chart. They're just very concerned for everyone's well being. But if you were to be in a partnership with them, they would be so devoted to you. They would specifically want to always let you know that they love you and that they're there to stick for it, like in for the long haul, and they're not going anywhere. They really want to be a stable, calm and collected person for whoever is going to go into their life. But honestly, I'm not even getting like romantic vibes. I'm getting like for every single person that they deem as worthy to keep in their inner circle. At least at the moment, whenever you're watching this person does over here with the Seven of Swords have an untapped side to them whenever it comes to being romantic or like cuddling and stuff. I think that this person does have an issue with that, as in they have never allowed themselves to indulge in that. Like this person is not perfect. This person has a lot more issues to work out with whenever it comes to interpersonal relationships romantically than what they realize. The way that this person carries themselves, I don't think they even care about getting into a relationship at all. But yeah, honestly, just to end it off here, this person's the type of person that will find you even more beautiful every single day that you spend time together. Cherish the beauty in you, but they cherish the beauty in everyone else that they're also close with. This person seems very interpersonal and very like one on one. You get me? But their appreciation does not have to be seeing it as this person really appreciates me. I'm very lucky. Is it because this person likes me? You're just seeing it from a low vibing perspective. You're not seeing the unconditional love that they want to offer you, like for what it is. This next file is going to be when you'll meet them, or do you already know them? I'm channeling the song Desperado by Rihanna. Just as a side note, Spirit keeps on saying that I'm meant to show this in every single like pile. So I think you're supposed to keep this message in mind. Even though it says spiritual awakening, I think this person is genuinely spiritually enlightened. So this would feel more like a spiritual upgrade. Keep on getting Rihanna songs now. Oh yeah, whenever I was shuffling for you, I was getting so many channeled songs. But over here, I'm getting now Stay by Rihanna. You do already know this person. This could go different ways because do you know this person because you're energetically linked with them? I can definitely see that y'all already are. Have you seen this person in passing, but you feel like there's something very, very special and potent about this person? Because that's exactly mirrored like how this person has felt about you whenever they see you in passing. Y'all are definitely not in a friend group or y'all are not able to see each other often. It could be in like a work environment where they work on the seventh floor and you work on the 12th floor. There's just something that ends up gravitating y'all, or something that has to do with synchronicities with them. Let's say you're at a volleyball game. You randomly look at the little clock, usually they have a little board and then they have a timer, then they have the score, and at the timer it says 555, 444, or whatever it is. As soon as you see that, you feel the need to look at the entrance, and then they come walking in. It's something like that where you both experience crazy synchronicities whenever y'all are together. So do you already know them? Yeah. When will you meet them? You always sense whenever you're about to meet them, and the same thing with them. Or you have like an idea about their schedule, and same thing with them with you. But y'all have never taken that leap to get to know each other and talk. Like in-depth conversation. Honestly, I don't even see y'all even in passing saying hi. I think y'all are strangers. But I think probably, I think you make this person feel insecure or in a sense slighted. They see it as you never want to look their way. You always like, is there something wrong with me? What am I doing wrong? Is it because I'm ugly? Is it because I don't have enough status for them? I think they also question too how deep you are into societal norms and how much you follow societal expectations. They want to really know how unconventional you are, but they're forced to think these things, these questions, this line of thinking whenever they see you because they're like the synchronicities first off are insane. And then second, they can just feel like there's something they have to do with you. There's something special with you. There's something they have to play out with you. This next section is going to be what will their first impression be of you? But at this point, this person already knows you, so, and you already know them, so this is like their impression of you right now. As you can see, you got a lot of cards. I'm getting to start from the bottom. I'm gonna leave the cards alone because I have to do editing to like edit out the nudity. But over here is the Knave of Pentacles. There you see her, and she's underneath the Three of Swords. I'm repeating this for myself, but I might forget. But this Ace of Cups was ramming into the throat chakra, like it was really wanting to get in there. So whoever you're asking about is seeing you as the Knave of Pentacles. I think that you're so gorgeous. And it don't gotta do with your looks. I think this person gets turned on mentally. They love the creative potency that just exudes off of you. I think they see that both of y'all are in a way similar in that you both have a rebellious nature. So I think that this person simply just cannot conform to societal convention for anything, and it is what it is. Like they don't do it on purpose, but for you they think that you do it on purpose. You like to get others mad, you like to push people the wrong way, you purposefully like to be rebellious. So because of that, they kind of see a kindred in both of you. And with the Three of Swords over here, they see you as a potential candidate in general. This is not just romantic. This is like as a friendship too. That they can genuinely be themselves. You will really understand where they come from, their perspectives, their unique ideas, what others will consider very outlandish takes on stuff. You will see the beauty in it and what it needs to be seen for what it is. And over here with the Eight of Chalices, this person's really excited. They're so excited to explore you. I'm so surprised this person has not came up to you, to be honest, that they have not talked with you. Whenever you talk, you express yourself down to the way you freaking dress, the shoes you wear, the hats you wear, the beanies, whatever you put on your head. It's just so fucking fascinating. And it's like, I need. Okay, it literally cut off in the middle of me talking. Long story short, this person really feels like they can be themselves with you, that you will understand their unconventional ideas, unconventional expectations that are completely different from society. And not only do you would you vibe with it, it's ingrained in you too, you know? They see a huge kindred in you. And then I was getting over here with the King of Chalices that you're actually their type, or I don't know if they're idealizing an image of you though, because their type is someone who plays hard to get, is so wishy-washy. Someone, you know, with ADHD who like is always losing focus, always just doing one thing after another, and being hyper independent too. They always want to every single day be vying for your attention to show you always that they're the best option to always want to pursue you, kind of even sometimes be on edge, like, oh, am I gonna lose this person? But at the same time, that's their type and that's like their fantasy. I don't know how exactly it's gonna play out in a real relationship, but overall, they're just really vibing with your whoever you are. Your persona, just your essence, the way you think is so unique and special, and they don't understand it, and that's what's even better. They don't ever want to understand like the method to your madness. It's always an urge to want to solve the method to the madness, but they can never. They always want to be left in a mystery. They always want to be left always pursuing you. But I'm saying you, but it's like someone because that's their ideal type. But they see that potential in you. They know you're spiritual, therefore you know that they're spiritual. They think that you know too that you'll have an energetic link, or that they've tried to energetically spiritually, contact you, or they just know that you have a knowing, that they know how to play with energy. They just got some type of spiritual mastery because you do too. Some people, like, whenever they walk in the room, they just can't help but be magnetic and look at them, and they portray themselves a specific way. They think that you've mastered your aura like that, but at the same time, I do too. And they just see that in you and you see that in them. It's just a real even kill, like no one's better than the other. It's like walking into a room and you don't even have to even say who the leader is. You just exude it. But you two are in charge of different groups. You don't even have to say it. Like, you just look at each other, you just nod, and then y'all walk away. It's like that. This is like where their insecurities kind of come in with underneath with the Temperance card. I think I'm linking back to, how I said that they're a fire sign, and the Temperance card, even though it's a Sagittarius card, over here it's coming up as nothing but like water and it's supposed to represent purity here. Meet your expectations. Will they ever be enough for you? Am I even your type too? I don't even think they even care if they're your type. They feel like no matter what, they can still have a shot. They know they have a shot, but then as soon as they look at you, they see you in person, they're just very pensive, methodical, overanalyzing. Like, what would you want in a partner? What are the main attributes? One thing for you to have an ideal type, an ideal version, but I'll never meet that. I feel like they're very realistic. They just want to know what you would want to find in a stable partner. Do you even want a stable partner? Do you want someone like you? They don't really know where your expectations are at. It's very blurred in their head. Which makes sense because they don't even know you. They also feel like your vetting system, or like your criteria for friendships or anyone else who is around you, or romantic partnerships, is so confusing to them. They don't understand. You could have dated a black person who was super intelligent, who was real scrawny and skinny, but then the last person you dated was a super buff white person who was super loud and bombastic just like you. So it's just so confusing what your type is. Even though I said the Ace of Cups is trying to ram into the throat chakra, they're trying their best to have absolutely no expectations for this connection. I think that's why they have not pursued you or gone up to you, because they want to be realistic. Honestly, this person is really freaking grounded. Like, they know themselves, they know they have options out there too. They're not closed off to seeing other people just because they really like you and they really want to get to know you. They are growing feelings for you. I think that's the issue here, because they're trying their best to be grounded, to be realistic, and make a plan. Their plan requires a lot of freaking time. They have a methodical plan in their head where it'll play out in like a year's timing and like a 4-year plan. And then at the end of that plan, that's whenever they are open to pursuing you and going after you, because then they'll be ready enough for you. But then here with the Ace of Cups, what's ruining it is the feelings. They keep on growing for you. It makes them get more stuck in their head and just analytical, scrutinizing their every action whenever they're around you. You know how whenever you get flustered, whenever you're around like a crush, they're just experiencing feelings like that. This is their first impression they'll have of you, right? This portion is what they don't see coming. This is going to tie into the rest of the reading. With the Tower, what they don't see coming is that Spirit's annoyed with them. Their spirit team is really annoyed because they're ironically not following the plan. So I think that they created their own plan for this physical reality, and then their spirits teams telling them, hey, you have to really revise and critique that plan hardcore because it's not supposed to go that way. It's actually supposed to be a faster process. But this isn't just about you. Like, this is about career, this is about their environment, but they're taking their time. They're being patient with themselves. And with the tower, it's like, that's unacceptable. No. Like, we're tired of you just waiting and waiting. So they are going to start experiencing, it's not funny, very extreme tower moments, one after another in all aspects of their life. But that's including with you. So with the world, it's like they get transferred to a different branch in their job. They get offered a promotion, but they're kind of forced to take it, but they didn't want that promotion. And now they're forced to make entirely new business friends. Those business friends all have an expectation that we're all friends first, and then after that it's business. Like whenever we're working it's business, but whenever it's outside of work we can have the best time, and it's like they don't like that. I just feel like they're being forced to be in uncomfortable situations that are challenging their dogma and their ideologies. And then over here with the world, all that's happening, and then just to really slap this person real hard, knock them out, it's you, it's you. I think you're actually going to go up to them and talk with them, have a discussion with them. This is you trying to be civil. You have to ask them something. You have to at least cooperate with them on something. So you're constantly talking with them. You're talking. It's too much. This person is overloaded already. What's happening in their life before, and then now it's you talking with them, and then it's like, I don't even know how to interpret this. I don't know how to, like, they can't think. I'm not surprised if this person goes into a defense mechanism. If that's being combative, if that's being avoidant, I don't know what it is. You're gonna trigger that in them hardcore because they just cannot handle it. They can't handle. There's too much going on in their life. Yeah. Okay, but anyways, it's gonna get more into it in the future. This next portion is going to be how will the first phase of this connection play out. Well, look at y'all having three majors. So I'm getting that the Knight of Wands is walking towards the sun, and the Knight of Wands is them. I think this is after the Tower moment. Okay. Okay, there's a reason why it's linking. The first phase of the connection, the Tower moment already happened where you had already tried to talk with them, but they were overloaded and like they just couldn't handle. So not surprised if they ghost you for months or if they purposely try to avoid you for months. I don't know. However, the way that they deal with stress, but with the Knight of Wands, this is them finally being grounded again, a sense of self, being content with their environment now, being comfortable with the changes that have already occurred with the multiple tower moments. You're not going to see it coming. They're blindly coming towards you. They're taking a leap of faith. They're trusting in God. They're taking divine timing in their own hands. What they're doing, they're walking towards you. But the issue is, I think they have no way of contacting you, or there's no way to bridge this gap of literally seeing you in person. I don't even think they even have your number, to be honest, or they have no way of. If they were to know your friends, it's so difficult to get information out about you. They can't outright even ask about you because their friends will get very defensive over you. Like, why are you even being a stalker? Like, why do you want to know? Why don't you? They feel like there's just no way to be direct. So they just have no idea how to get towards you. I don't know. They just feel like you're off doing your own thing too. Like you're not even thinking about them. You don't really care about them. And the way spirit's seeing it, but then your person also agrees. Look, your person also agrees with the sentiment too that this is karma because this person had a good thing while they had it and then they didn't take advantage of it. So therefore, why do you deserve this good thing right now, huh? Now that they want to take divine timing, now they want to take action, now that they had all this time to when you were readily accessible to them. The hangman, now it's up to you. The power is in your court to activate this connection when it's going to start. You can take all the time in the world now to decide, maybe I'll want to talk with them again. Maybe I'll reach out to them. In this first phase of the connection, you're not even interested. I think you're just out doing your own thing. You're so happy being single. Just throwing yourself at opportunities left and right, and it's like, that's just a person of the past. Like, I didn't even know him anyway. So, like, that's and then with the high priestess in reverse, this is you energetically and spiritually blocking this person off, making sure that they can't ever take a peep at you because you just want to be selfish and single, honestly. And you're so happy and content with that. But at the same time, that's in alignment with spirit and spirit's plan, the karmic wheel for you to be like this. But just know you can't be like this forever, though, in this connection. This next section is going to be how will the relationship overall play out between both of you after this first phase. I don't know if you can see the label before, but on the bottom, on the sideways, it's a Knight of Chalices, and then right next to it is the Ace of Chalices. And this is not the Ace of Cups, it's the Ace of Swords. How will the rest of the relationship play out? It's going to be very interesting dynamic that you both will have. I don't think you all see the potential of this connection, the future of it. Y'all are only focused on short term. I'm gonna make plans to hang out with this person next week. I'm gonna make plans to hang out with this person next month since we're so busy. Y'all are not realizing the potential that it has for the future. I think this is going to be a long standing connection. I don't know if this is gonna end up turning out in like friendship or romantic because this whole time I have not really been getting too deep in my emotions. This feels like a very intellectual, spiritual connection. You both do not care about each other's looks. So y'all can gain all the weight in the world. You're still the same person. They still feel the same way that they met whenever they first saw you. If not, they feel even more love and a drive to satisfy each other is what you both feel. This is true unconditional love. But I don't know why I keep on repeating that. I don't really think this is gonna turn out too like all lovey-dovey romantic, let's have sex all day, all the passion. It doesn't feel passionate like that. It's like passionate and I want to keep you in my life. I want to keep on showing you that you're worth it. But both of you are feeling this way towards one another. But I think both of y'all don't see that coming because if anything, this other person kind of sees it coming, especially since I was telling you about their type. But overall, it's just taking it week by week, month by month, and then what do you know? We're dating. Whenever y'all get together in a relationship, because this is your next relationship, it's gonna take months to like years for y'all to get together. To be honest, to really be able to realize the potential of this, because whenever y'all first start off, I think that y'all are gonna see each other as like best friends, a really great comrade. And with the heart chakra over here, I'm getting that your person has a very damaged heart chakra. They have a lot of wounding and things to work through. But this is a sense of self awareness. Once again, your person is very grounded in reality. They're very perceptive and they understand their flaws too. But it's like you're a mirror. You see, it's 4 and 4. You're literally a mirror because it's a complete opposite for you because you're just super open. That's how you live with vitality, with passion, with drive. Your heart chakra is all open up, super expressive, very happy. With this person's complete opposite, so that's their thing to learn with you. I think that's going to be a part of y'all's karma contract to learn together. And for you, you don't mind helping this person ease into expressing themselves. It just feels like such a beautiful combination because I feel like this person does have a lot of issues to work with, but over here with the 4 of Fire, it's you looking at them and seeing the beauty in their flaws. Even at their lowest, they're still so beautiful, and somehow you fall even more in love with them. You fall more into unconditional love for them. You can't help but treat them with kid gloves. Just love them and treat them with compassion. Like imagine a cute, adorable little dog. You just want to cuddle with them and you just want their attention. You just want to make them happy all the time. Like that's how you're gonna feel with them. They're your happy place. But will this last until marriage? I don't know. I don't know because over here with the Ace of Swords, Spirit is intuitively guiding you to move on to the next option. Like once you all have been together for a while and that you're outgrowing this connection for you to find different opportunities. And I don't think you want to let this person go, but you have to because you're learning a lesson from them. They learned a lesson from you, and it's time to move on. You know, I think you have a very hard time letting this person go. You're not going to want to let them go. You don't want to leave their lives. And I'm getting with faded breath, this person will watch you leave this connection, kind of leave them in the past once again, and they will always be pining after you, wanting someone like you. I think that their ideal type shifted to accommodate where like they'll be looking for you and other people. And I'm surprised if you notice a pattern of them dating people who look just like you. They have a similar taste to you. This person feels very lost and confused why they weren't enough for you whenever you leave. It's very hurtful and so fucking painful for you to leave this person, but you're just doing what's divinely guided and you leave. But I'm getting you kind of leaving very swiftly. I don't think you left you're going to leave this person with little to no answers. You're just gonna be like, I feel like we're outgrowing each other. I'm so sorry, but I gotta go. And then you up and leave, and then they just heartbroken. They did not even see this coming. It's like traumatic to them. Honestly, you did cause them trauma by doing that. They can't let go of you. They have to because that's the only healthy way. They just feel like they have nothing to offer to you. That's why you had to leave, and it's gonna kind of bolster their insecurities. I feel like they might even project it onto future connections. Kind of sad, dude. But you had to go because of spirit, and it sounds so selfish. And I think you left without giving any clues or answers because it's so painful for you to even want to let this person go because logically it makes no sense. You don't understand why spirit wants you to move on, but you just trust in spirit just like that. So, damn, that sucks. This next section is going to be, will this be a long or short term connection? So, up there you have the stars in reverse, you have the magician, then you have the death, and then you have the two of swords in reverse. And mainly what I got from the death card is when this connection is done, like when you leave, it's over. It's not meant to be revisited. Your karmic lesson is completed here. You would have just gained more bad karma for both of y'all if you had continued to stay in this connection with this person. You have to block them. I think it's a good thing you left with little to no answer because I don't think I think you should have left them with more closure. To be honest, that was kind of selfish, but yeah, just block them. Don't ever contact them again. Don't look back. It's best to remember this person for the way they were before you had left them, not after. I don't know why I'm getting that with the magician. Reconcile with the memories you have with this person and let go and move on. I'm so sorry. And with the stars, if anything, it's telling me that it's against your wishes and desires to even leave this person. It feels so alien to you. Like, why would spirit want me to stop? I don't get it. Why can't this continue on? But just know that spirit has higher perspective than what you have, and they know the plan that you should play out in this reality. And they just want nothing but the best for you and also them. So that's why y'all just had to let go. For all you know, maybe it would have turned into an abusive situation if y'all continued staying together. Maybe one of y'all would have cheated if y'all stayed together. You know, it's best to end it right then and there when it was at a sweet spot where nothing bad came from it. Okay, Spirit's trying to urge you to see from that perspective. This next section's going to be how will others perceive y'all's connection together? I'll start interpreting from the top and then I'll raise it back up. With the Four of Swords there, it says just breathe. Other people see it as, if they believe in the concept of twin flames, that y'all are twin flames, that y'all are soulmates, y'all are the one for each other, perfectly enmesh. Whenever y'all are together, y'all bring nothing but good luck and harmony in y'all's lives. Whenever you come together, you just do nothing but add great things into your life. You can't help it. But if y'all are healing from some type of trauma or some type of sadness or whatever, you both help each other bolster that healing. Y'all bring nothing but great things into y'all's lives. The fact that I told you that spirit told you to leave, they would see it as what on earth happened. Like everyone would be shook, so confused why it ended. It's so odd to them. Like to them, it's like y'all were the picture perfect couple. What everyone else should emulate whenever it comes to a healthy dynamic. So that's why it's just so confusing. Why would y'all end it? Why would you end it? It was basically that. So many questions left unanswered too, especially if you were able to like meet their family and they were able to meet your family. You are not even giving them closure too, and in a sense it's like they're also mourning the loss of this connection too. Such a beautiful divine connection for what? Like what was the lesson to get out of that? To get out of meeting an amazing person like you, them also being an amazing person, and they're just very confused and kind of shook. And then with the hermit here, especially if you had met their family or their friends, they see you going out, doing your own thing, being content with your life, making your own wealth, making your own success, you're on to other things. And that's it. Like you don't even also bother trying to connect with the friends, with their friends or their family. Just left with no closure. I was getting that the Queen of Swords is looking at the Nine of Wands way. I'm so sorry it shifted. The camera fell. How do others perceive y'all's connection? With the Strength card, everyone feels like they have a knowing that you two are going to go back to each other. You both are going to reignite this passion again. I feel like, especially if this is their friends and their family, they're seeing it as they are lost, they're confused, they keep on clearly are projecting characteristics of you onto their partners, and that's what they're seeking out, just you and another person. This person is just lost and confused without you, to be honest. They want you to enter in their life once again. It's just a matter of when you will. They have no idea when you'll come back randomly. But with the Two of Swords there, that it's a really illogical way of wanting someone to heal their person when their person has to do the work. They're not shifting any blame on you because they actually like you a lot, especially with you coming up as majors. Because their person is not improving their life and working on themselves, they're waiting for you to save the day and swoop in, once again start helping this person in their healing process. Because with the Two of Swords, it's like halted. Like you were the upgrade, you were the best thing they ever had, and after that's been kind of downhill in general with their life. They went back to their old patterns. They're just very closed off to love. Then over here too, with this is the Three of Cups, and what their people are also thinking and saying is any option that they get from here on out after they're done dating you, they feel like it's just a side quest because the main storyline is supposed to be with you. They're supposed to marry you, be in union with you, have children together, and it's just a matter of time. Also, if for some reason if they found out if you were in town or if you were to reach out and contact them, they would immediately tell your person everything about the conversation. If they were dating someone, they would tell them, well, are you gonna drop them or not? Because like Pile Three's here. Pile Three is open, you know, you should try to reach out again. They would be very excited of that news. And with these two cards together, I was getting the word cold deliver. And what that means is this is how people who know you are seeing it. In general, you don't have a close relationship to people, or you're very, 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 very private. They also don't understand the method to your madness, like why you did what you did to the choices that you made. Because if anything, the people who know you and how they view this connection after all this, with the Nine of Wands, it's like you just caused so much damage and you just made a mess and then you walked away acting like you aren't responsible for it. They think that you handled this connection very immaturely. There was a much better way of going about this if you didn't want to leave them, first off. Second, bad karma is going to catch up to you for mishandling this situation, for not properly closing it out. They think that you just quitted and dipped on such a beautiful connection, a stable connection. There you go, a stable connection. Because with the Queen of Swords, that's the antithesis to Earth. So I just don't. They see you as like you don't like stability, you don't like commitments and stuff, and it's like you just ruined an amazing, great thing. Though probably like one of the few things in your life. Okay, y'all can hear me. Let me. Okay. Yeah, so basically it stopped and it deleted. This is like your pile. I'm so sorry this is happening to you. This does not happen with the other piles. Long story short, maybe I make it a little long, but the people that know you see you as you handle this connection very selfishly and very immaturely. You want to continue enabling your toxic ways, your toxic patterns, and your immature ways, as in you don't conform to society. So, what that means is that you probably don't want a kid, and they just feel like you're not wanting to grow up. You still want to live young, live that wild life. They feel really bad for this person because they feel like, if anything, you created bad karma for yourself. It's a matter of time before you receive repercussions for the way you ended it, that you could have ended it way more maturely. You could have ended it so much more better. But even then, this person, they see as this person was the only stable thing in your life, and you decided to let it go. But you decided to let it go because you don't deserve them. You don't deserve whoever this person is back, because you're not going to appreciate them for the stability that they actually bring. For a second there, they thought that you were actually growing up, actually turning your life around. But then once you literally, they see it as you self-sabotaged and you turned your back on this person, they were like, well, look at pile 3, back to their old ways again. They feel bad for this person. They feel bad that you did not give them any type of closure, but you don't care. They think that you're off being happy in your little selfish ways, doing your own thing, going back to your old habits when they thought that you were about to reform, but you didn't reform. They think that the way that you see it is like rebelling against the status quo and that you're living true to yourself, but the way that they see it is that someone at your age, or they're worried about you whenever you start aging, that you're going to regret being this selfish. You're not going to regret growing up sooner, missing out on that phase, like your fertility phase. You decide too late that you actually want a kid, and now, like, it's going to be a high chance of there being deformities, stuff like that. You're not thinking long term, you're only thinking short term. Your people are just disappointed in you and the way that you handled this connection, and they actually liked this person. They thought that this person was a really good, stable option for you, and they thought that you really did find the one. But you know what? They just see it as, even if whoever you were in the relationship with was the one, that person does not deserve someone like you who does not appreciate them and their stability that they bring to the table. If they were to ever see this person, if anything, they would apologize for how things went down. They would apologize for whatever that you put them through. That's all I'm gonna say, but they were really going off, but I guess I was not meant to really record that, so. Hey guys, so long story short, I'm drunk, but believe it or not, this is bedtime. I channel messages from spirit, so that's why I'm just continuing this reading. Oh my god, so this is gonna be the obstacles of this connection that you both will face. Well, this over here is the Devil card, and then right underneath is the Five of Pentacles. One obstacle that y'all are gonna have to face is to make sure that this does not turn into a bad karmic situation for both of you to handle things maturely, handle things on your own. I think a lesson that you both have to learn from one another is to be independent and to grow in your spirituality by yourselves. Choose spirit first, choose yourself first, and then choose others. Like the saying I'm getting is, Christianity, whenever they're like, put God first and then family second, and then whatever. This could actually be a test for that. Yeah, here with the Knight of Swords, and over here with the Chariot card, both of your life journeys are not aligned. Y'all are going to see in the future, maybe in a few years, that y'all two were meant to do two completely different things compared to when y'all met each other. Y'all are meant to go your separate ways and live y'all's life however it's meant to, and personalities would not have been compatible at all for y'all's future progress. That's why it's better to nip it in the bud now while it's good. And with the Knight of Swords, your person's obstacles is to transmute this pain, this sorrow that they are going to feel from this connection and turn it into resilience. And a way for them to become resilient is to not be afraid to get into a new connection without holding all the extra baggage that they have had from this one. But I think they're going to do, I think they're going to be successful. And over here with the Chariot card, you're meant to move on to other options, love options, without holding the guilt for nipping it in the bud while it was good. I really do think you love and care for this person, but it's easier for this person to not know that in your perspective. I'm not saying it's right though. The Knight of Pentacles, and over here with the Emperor, this person's obstacle is to realize, you know how I told you about their ideal type? Their ideal type is not someone like you. They actually need to start seeking out much more stable options, much more stable people. And I think that's a lesson that they will have the most difficulty learning in this connection with you, is to not repeat the past again with you, which is by not choosing people like you. You know, you're very unstable, to be honest. You're very just back and forth. You're not really so reliable, and they need to seek out more options for potential marriage candidates that would be good for that. But over here, this is the crown chakra on their side, because they're up here and you're down here. They're gonna learn their lesson, but this one's gonna be the hardest one. With this possibly reverses 3 of Cups, I think that you're meant to seek the single life, continue to be by yourself. You're not meant to get back in a connection anytime soon. I know I told you that Spirit told you to go and look up the other options, but to be honest, I don't see you ever settling down anytime soon during this timeline, You're still trying to find yourself, that's why. You don't really know who you are. You don't know what you want. Nothing ever quenches that satisfaction. And you don't know what's this thing that is not quenched in me. I'm confused. You're still trying to do some more soul searching on that, and that's okay. Just please don't bring other people into your mess, to be honest. Wait until you're healed, wait until you find that out to actually get into serious commitment. Honestly, you did break this person's heart, or you are going to break this person's heart. Even though I'm saying that, you still have to have forgiveness for yourself. Because I don't think this is the only person that's you put through this, especially once you start doing healing. I feel like, if anything, you're gonna feel so bad that you did all these things, and you're probably gonna want to apologize to them. But by then, I feel like there's no need to. You need to let go of the guilt that you're gonna feel for the fact that you put others into your mess whenever you're trying to find yourself. Show it through your actions and actually find yourself, and actually go out there and then after that, be ready for a potential long-term partner, okay? Because you're definitely not long-term relationship on a build. You get me? That makes no sense. You're not equipped for any type of long-term relationship except for a long-term friendship commitment. Not romantic, man. Please get it together. Potter. I'm saying that, but at the same time, I'm no perfect myself too. Watch me in years come back to this channel and want to click on this pick card and want to see, and then watch me get this reading. That's fine. No one's perfect. Okay, this is the last section, okay? And it's gonna be what will be the result of this karmic contract? Lesson will be a lesson, a marriage, a friendship, which I think already give you insight to what it is. Tell me why in each and every pile of the five swords is like came out, or each and every pick a card that I've done so far, which is a three. I'll start for the top, okay? What will be the result of this karmic contract with the Four of Wands? Honestly, y'all are meant to reap nothing but good memories and good things with one another. It was not meant to be spoiled. I know society and even hell, even I was there like judging you a bit for you cutting it off so harshly, cutting it off and leaving a good thing while you had it or something. But honestly, that was the best thing to do. How else are you gonna prove that to people? By getting back with this person again and then showing them that it actually was never gonna work out, you know? You're always going to be labeled as the bad guy. It's a matter of you accepting this label and just knowing for yourself. I just followed my higher truth, my higher calling, and honestly, I used my discernment. Honestly, your discernment was correct because of you. This relationship ended the best way it could. You don't want to look back and think, "I wish I could have ended it then," because you did do it. So good for you, take initiative. What will be the result of this karmic contract? I'm not gonna lie. On your side, you're coming up as the five houses and the high priestess. You're not reaping any reward. You're more of learning life lessons. I'm telling you, I don't think this is the first person you've done this to where you had to leave them. But I want you to self reflect. These combinations are coming up right. Why does spirit keep on telling you to leave relationships prematurely? You are following discernment, you are following line of guidance or whatever, your intuition. But you need to really self analyze and think why. And honestly, dude, I think it's because you spoil every good thing you have because of the toxic mindset you continue to enable. You really do need to like talk to a therapist or something. I feel like there's a real lack of awareness. Ironically, you are definitely in tune and following spirit's advice. But the sad part is you're not doing self analyzing, healing from childhood wounds to realize that maybe spirit is telling me to leave these people, not because it's the best thing for me, but it's because you will hurt them. I think that you're the one that ends up having the biggest potential to spoil connections. Especially in this case, this person on their side, they look like they try the tried and true methods. This person seems very stable. I don't think they would have done anything to F it up. I think it's you. I think it's either your paranoia. I'm more of getting, it's not paranoia, it's your arrogance, avoidance, and your self pity. Those things is what you protect within yourselves because there's a core wound there, and it ends up slowly degrading and sabotaging romantic connections that you have. And I think you have a lot of self analysis to do there, okay? Okay, now we're, yeah, by the way, I lost my thumbnail when I was out. Oh my god. I don't even know if you can even see these. The one who is going to reap the best karmic results from this connection would be the person that you're asking about because they're not a victim, okay? Because it's their fault for choosing someone like you, okay? But ironically, you are very, very intuitive. You're just not mature. Just because someone is highly evolved, highly spiritual, does not mean that they have done the inner work to reflect that. You know, there's just a cognitive dissonance there. With the Knave of Swords, your person is learning discernment in relationships, how to pick the right people, who is not good for them. Ten of Pentacles, Hermit. This person might even contemplate like, should I still continue pursuing whatever gender you are? Should I start pursuing the other gender that you're not? Yeah, because this person is going to do the self reflection. They're really going to think, what will be the result of this karmic contract? It's a lesson, mainly for this person. Is it, if especially if you never do any ounce of self reflection, self healing, just asking what is wrong with me, you're always going to be like this. You're always going to get that spirit always tells you to leave early. But it's because you don't deserve them and because you're going to hurt them. That's why spirit tells you to leave early so that way you don't reap any karmic repercussions from it. You know how I said they were gonna start being interested or pursuing the opposite gender of what you are? It's reiterating with the Five of Swords and the Judgment that they're actually gonna take action on that. Like, I don't know if they're gonna become bi or they're gonna become gay or they're gonna become straight. I don't know which one, but they're gonna start pursuing those type of connections, start exploring their sexuality. And here with the Judgment, boom, here's a soulmate because you've broadened your options, you've broadened your mind. Honestly, I think that this person's gonna pass the test of discernment because it matches here with the Knave of Swords here. And with the Judgment, this person is going to be given a soulmate. Let's give some leeway. At best, that's the best outcome for this person if they choose to go after the opposite gender that you are. And if you're non binary, you don't have any pronouns or whatever, it's the gender. Well, people look at you, they would assume your specific gender. Like, that's the gender. Yeah, that's all I have for you all. Please like, dislike, comment, subscribe. I don't want y'all to think I'm lazy or like I don't care about y'all. I really mean it. Whenever I'm drunk and stuff, this is whenever I channel the best. And that's why this reading was able to be short. It usually takes me so long to edit these down. Yeah, y'all don't even realize that. Also, like, I have trouble stuttering. I need to shut up. I talk too much when I drink. Okay, yeah. Please like, dislike, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys have a good day or night. Bye.